on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for.
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. Do you think that worked? Frida, I'm absolutely certain this worked. And why are you chuckling?
I don't know. For some reason, I've heard that video 1,300 plus times. But for whatever reason, that one time, I'm like, you think this worked? Just made me chuckle for some reason.
Punchy.
Yes.
This is beautiful.
Yes.
To start Jason Palmer's Heart of Influence. We have extraordinary growth-minded, heart-centered people that are here. So of course it worked, Bella. And please, as we explore the superpower of integrous influence, who is here?
First up, Sean, on Jason Palmer's Influencer and Impactor Leader Heart of Influence, the first person I'm going to introduce might know Mr. Palmer quite well. From Las Vegas, Nevada, previously a top-ranked motocross racer in the country, reaching 10th in the biggest national event at 9 years old. A hiatus for 9 years, came back and finished number 2 at the premier amateur race in the world, became the youngest crew leader in the entire company, trusted with the most difficult task, now building a massive excavating business with his best friend. Let's welcome to the show, Mr. Trey Palmer.
Whoa. Trey, we've heard about perhaps your brother's love and appreciation for you. So fired up to have you here today on his Heart of Influence. And Trey, we asked for a headline fun fact in a moment because Plato, the Greek philosopher, said, play a game with me for an hour, Trey, and we will learn more about each other than if we speak for a year. We kick this game off with a fun fact, a headline fun fact, not a story, but a headline, adventurous moment, proud moment. Example, I was on my surfboard, I got bit by a shark. Not. So when I was 5, this movie came out based on a book by Peter Benchley called George. And then 30 minutes later, we're done with the story. Headline fun fact, please, Trey, what's yours? That will make us say, Trey,
no way.
Trey, your fun fact.
I would say I'm one of the best excavator operators in the country.
Whoa.
That's a fun fact for me.
That is a super fun fact. From motocross to excavating, ruggedness. I'm hearing ruggedness. Am I hearing you correctly, Trey?
Yeah, I'd say so, a little bit.
Let's go.
Yes. And fun fact, Trey is Jason's son.
Oh, his son.
Yes.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Yes.
I meant, did I say brother?
You said brother.
Oh my God. I had a brain neural freeze. So thank you for that. Awesome job. And top excavators in the country. Bell Rita, let's go.
Let's do it. Next up, coming from Hurricane, Utah.
You should be from Hurricane, Utah.
You should definitely.
You should be from Hurricane, Utah.
Definitely should be from Hurricane, Utah. I cannot deny that. Born and raised in the swamplands of northern Florida, meeting her sweetheart in Utah, raising 6 beautiful kids on a farm, spending time with her family, riding horses and farm work, embarked on a healing journey and other spiritual interventions as well. Let's welcome to the show, Heather Wiley.
Hi. Can you hear me?
We can, like a hurricane. Okay. We can hear you, Heather, like a hurricane.
Yeah.
Please, what's your headline fun fact?
I'm a mom of 6.
That is super fun.
Jason's training me to be a writer to compete. So that's a fun fact.
That is also super. How many boys? How many girls?
I have 2 boys and 4 girls.
Well, the Brady Bunch minus 1. Yes, and a little bit of a different configuration. Heather, are you ready to have a little bit of Brady Bunch fun today?
Yes.
Yes, more fun than a hurricane, Bella Rita. Come on.
More fun than a hurricane. I'm not confused with the people that Mr. Palmer Jason hangs out with. So next, let's go from Scottsdale, Arizona, a 2-time PGA Player of the Year in Utah, breaking multiple sales records for the largest solar company in the U.S., a role model for others, honoring and glorifying God in all his endeavors, starting his 5th business to become the largest excavation company in the world. Let's welcome Landon Hurden.
How's it going? I would say my fun fact is that I am a Christian. So that's the fun fact about me.
What is that, Landon? You're what?
I said I'm a Christian.
Oh, amazing. That got clipped. That is extraordinary. And what does that mean to you, Landon, to be a Christian?
I think it means everything. It stands for how I operate in business, how I operate in relationships. And it's just something that I put first before anything else. So it's the most important thing.
Thank you for that, Landon. Appreciate you. Welcome to the Heart of Influence. Let's go.
Thank you.
Let's do it. Next up from St. George, Utah, president and owner of Southern Utah General Contracting Company and owner of a complete flooring tile installation company, started in business at 21 years old, obtaining his contractor's license, running a successful concrete company for 7 years, evolving from residential into commercial building development, growing 2 companies from 4 million to 8 million by the end of 2025. Let's welcome to the show, Mr. Tad Porter.
Hello.
Tad,
and Tad and I have a very similar passion. We both run, but his is for medals and mine is for shopping bags, but it's very similar.
Well, thank you for that, Tad. And please, your fun fact.
I'm really not all that fun, but I was from the life of the party, had kind of the MTV crib lifestyle at age 25 to now 49, and I'm almost 20 years in recovery sober.
That is a beautiful, powerful thing. Congratulations on that. And I lived a beautiful, sober life to date, but I'm wondering, should I start like my crib lifestyle like at 54? Should I like go get a crib? What are your thoughts?
No. Well, yeah, absolutely.
I think you should.
He said no, and they said, well. That is super.
So mine, the lifestyle came with the non-recovery part of it. That was, was the integral part of it. When I realized that I needed to make a change, I had to let a lot of the crib lifestyle things go.
And I'm having fun being silly. Congratulations on an extraordinary choice to have an extraordinary life of truly being free. I think people get very confused about what freedom means. And you, sir, it sounds like, are very free now. So congratulations.
Thank you. You as
Thank
well.
you. Thank you. Oh.
But I do think you should get a crib because then I could fill it with all my shopping bags.
That's true. I'll get it for that.
Yes, there we go, Tad. Next up, just joining us from Lanton, Utah, 15 years as a successful speaker, personal life coach, and entrepreneur, a two-time cancer survivor. Thank you. Blessings to you. The first being breast cancer at 12, then losing her husband to suicide, and her 4-year-old daughter diagnosed with a brain tumor. Now teaches people how to reach the next level in their personal and business goals. What an amazing story. Wow. Sydney Jackson, welcome to the Heart of Influence.
Sydney, we've had more than 1,200 episodes of the Heart of Influence. We've had more than 8,000 people on the show, and it was definitely a wow. So thank you for your journey of resiliency and inspiration. And please, Sydney, your fun fact.
Thank you. Oh, a fun fact. I have a fake left eye that I can pop out. Is that what we're doing, like fun facts about ourselves?
Yes.
Awesome.
So I mean, like, this is unbelievable. Did you pull like the Guinness Book of World Records for having the most compelling, heartbreaking stories of powerful, inspirational resiliency? Are you the record holder of this?
I appreciate that, Sean. No, everyone, there's so many people that have it worse. I mean, not even close.
Wow.
I don't feel like that at all.
Well, your challenge as a blind man and a person who knows many with beautiful journeys of inspiration, I am like rocked for the diversity and power of what you've been through. And thank you for sharing with the world and inspiring humans. Thank you, Sydney.
Thank you.
And welcome to Jason's Heart of Influence.
Yeah, welcome, Sydney. Thank you for being here. And next up, let's go. Last but not least, from St. George, Utah, a master horse trainer with an owner of with 4 decades becoming uniquely powerful in the industry, having ridden nearly 30,000 horses, has prepared 14 horses for the Triple Crown, and has set numerous track records as a rider and trainer, acclaimed in multiple arenas, actualized in several students to create great success in these sports, including 5 national titles, as a #1 best-selling author and speaker, consulting, training, and coaching to people to become the best versions of themselves. Let's welcome to the show, Mr. Jason Palmer.
Jason, thank you for assembling this heart-centered, growth-minded group of humans, powerful and inspirational. Oh, because that's what you are. So, Jason, on your show, please, your fun fact.
3 days after I got comfortable with swimming, I did a scuba dive, 28 feet to the bottom of the ocean. That was pretty fun.
That is a super cool fun fact. That is super cool fun fact. And Jason, are you still coming from the bottom of the ocean, or did you make it back?
No, dude, I'm here.
Awesome. Let's go, dude. Shall we go do these things? Are you ready?
Let's do it. Thank you.
Let's go. I'm going to introduce our co-host, Jason. This woman that put the heart in the heart of influence began her career in influence as an 8-year-old on her parents' front lawn. By the age of 19, she became a 7-figure earner in the space of network marketing. I ain't heard that story before. Maybe you did. I haven't. 24, 25, 26 years old, she begins to three-peat like Michael Jordan, just not raining threes and hoops, but instead as Nevada's #1 business broker. At 24 years old, she's the first woman ever to do it. And she became at 24 the youngest human, male or female, ever to be Nevada's #1 business broker. She then began to train entrepreneurs and Fortune 500 companies. In fact, in 2019, every sales team this extraordinary woman worked with doubled their sales. She is a skier, surfer, scuba diver, adventurer in the most extreme of conditions, philanthropist raising 8 figures, $10 million with the Unblinded team for a variety of charities, including for refugees in the Ukraine and folks that have been sex trafficked. And she's a 2-time, about to be 3-time published author. And in 2023, this inspirational, courageous woman vulnerably battled and defeated cancer. let's welcome to her show, the one and only Bella Verita. Miss Bella Verita, your fun fact on Jason Palmer's Heart of Influence.
My fun fact from today, other than I am a professional shopper, my fun fact is in a little under, I think it's 25 days, I will be 1 year cancer free.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations, Bella Verita. Jason, shall we do the things?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Wait. Hold on. Before we do the things, Jason.
Stop right there.
Hammer time. No. Let me introduce my co-host, the man that Tony Robbins said, there's no one who leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callagy. He beats world champions like Becky at body surfing competitions. He is only one of 2 attorneys to win 2 top 100 national jury verdicts between 2014 and 2016, the only one that's blind out of 1.2 million attorneys. And in fact, the state of New Jersey thought he was so influential that they actually named him one of New Jersey's most influential attorneys. He has spoken on stages such as Disney, T-Mobile, Salesforce, Tony Robbins 18 times. And when he's not busy flying around on stages, speaking in front of thousands of people, he's an incredible philanthropist that raised nearly $10 million for refugees in the Ukraine. Let's welcome my co-host, Mr. Sean Callagy.
Well, thank you. Jason, thank you. Everybody, thank you for being here. I'm going to go with this as my fun fact. First, I've been to St. George and Hurricane, Utah. I bet you didn't think that happened.
Yeah. I did not know. That is fun.
Yes. And I'm a blind man that has taught sighted people to ski, surf, and scuba dive in the most extreme of conditions, perhaps the woman seated to my right. And final is I was surfing about 10 months ago, and I hit a shark, and it turned around and bit my surfboard. That is my fun fact for today.
That is a super fun fact.
Yes. So
you're shark bait.
I am shark bait. I went back in the water within 10 minutes. I went back in the same water within 10 minutes. So Bella, where are we going?
So we're going to kick this off with Mr. Trey Palmer. And then Jason, I put a message in the chat since our other participant's not here. Who else you want to put into that participant seat? But we're going to kick it off with Trey.
Awesome. Trey, everything happens after yes. Everything. Our leadership, our management, our marketing, our selling, our recruitment, our fundraising, for profit, not for profit, the building of faith in church, everything happens after yes. But how do we do it? Like we go to school, we learn about numbers, we learn about language, but we don't learn the actual thing that causes and creates everything. How to get people to say yes. But pitching, hooking, closing, not only is it not effective, it's kind of icky. So we're talking about heart-centered, integrous influence when yes should happen in this crazy, crowded world of trying to get yeses to occur that should occur for the highest vibration of people and the planet. So Trey, Bella, to illustrate this in our little research and development laboratory, we're a science lab. We're not that. And Bella will be anybody you want her to be. So she could be an ideal client that you're going from a low to yes with, or she could be a charitable fundraising partner that you're creating yes with, or somebody famous like Oprah Winfrey or Warren Buffett, anyone, Trey, that you would go from hello to yes with. The footnote is it doesn't have to be a sale. It could just be a yes to have a longer meeting with you. So Trey, please, who would you like Bella Verita to be that you're going from hi to yes with?
Custom home builder, probably, I would say.
Bella, you're a custom home builder. Yeah, yes. Take us in.
Hello, this is Bella.
Hey, Bella. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How about yourself?
Doing well. So, I guess we're. I don't even know what we're doing here. Let's see.
Well, what would you call and say to a home builder?
We are. This is crazy. I've just hit a wall in my brain.
Well, what is it that you do? Why are you calling me in the first place?
Yeah, so we just started an excavating company down here, and we're just building relationships with other home builders in the area, and I guess we're just reaching out, trying to build a relationship and see if you guys are in need of any work right now, or if you have any projects that you need any estimates on or anything like that.
Well, we are building some new projects. We have some new projects going into space, but we're also like digging for gold. Is that something that you can help with?
Absolutely.
Because any house that we build on, we want to make sure like there's gold underneath. So like tell me, is that something that you can help us do? And what made you start this company in the first place?
Yeah, so just been doing it.
Because I imagine you're digging for gold also.
Well, I wish. I mean, yeah, if we're in the right spot for it, for sure. But
there
I can't promise there'll be any underneath there. So, but yeah, we've been doing it for a lot of years, and I just figured it'd be awesome to branch off and start our own thing. And so we just want to be able to serve people at the highest level, and was hoping to see if maybe you guys could be one of them that we get to work with.
And what is the mission behind your company? Because it sounds like you've been doing it for a little bit. We have some relationships with some excavation companies already, but just who you are and building a relationship is important to us.
Yeah, for sure. No, we just Can you say that again, please?
I'm just curious what your mission is. That's all.
Oh, we're just here to serve as many people as we possibly can and bring them the best product that we can possibly do for them, and in a timely manner, and best customer service, and obviously a competitive price. So that's what we'd be striving for.
Got it. Well, I will give you a chance, and I'll give you a 5-star review on Google if you can help me dig for gold.
Yes, absolutely. We'll search for it.
Awesome. Let's do it. Digging for gold. Great job, Trey.
I love digging for gold.
We are partnering an excavation company so that we can dig for gold, Sean.
I love this. Maybe we can even do it in the ocean. Let's work on that too.
Ooh, that sounds fun. Why we scuba dive past 100 feet?
Yes.
Yes, I like it. And take Jason with us.
Yes, of course, because he's now a scuba diver.
He's now a scuba diver.
From swimming to scuba diving. Yes. So let's go. Who's going next? Excellent job, Trey.
Excellent job, Trey. And Miss Sydney, Jason has voluntold you to jump in the participant seat if that's okay with you. Are you up for that?
Absolutely.
All right.
Let's go. So Sydney, who would you like Bella Verita to be that you're going for hello to yes with?
She is going to be an event planner that has a retreat coming up.
Oh my goodness.
That's actually true.
Let's go. Yes.
Perfect. Let's go.
Hello, this is Bella.
Hi, Bella. My name is Sydney Jackson. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself?
I'm so good. Thank you for taking my call today.
Yes, thank you for calling. Jason said that you were going to be reaching out. Unfortunately, I only have about like 3 minutes, but I wanted to hear what you had to share.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for taking the 3 minutes. First, can I ask you a few questions?
Sure.
What is your main goal for the people attending your retreat?
I would say the main goal is that that they take away, because this is a business retreat and for Christian women. And so I would say that they take away through faith and biblical principles, they can grow their business and live their best life.
That is so beautiful. That is beautiful, because honestly, everything that we receive comes from God.
Yes.
And I know that when we put that out there, that we receive things tenfold.
Absolutely.
I would absolutely love to speak around that exact topic for you at your retreat. I know your time is short today, but I mean, I've done speaking events all over the country. I absolutely love sharing my story. I have some insanely powerful stories that surround building your testimony of God, the Bible, all of those things. God is a huge, huge foundation in my life and has been a huge influence in my business. I would love to be able to construct a speech for you guys that will help these women receive exactly that for their businesses.
Yeah, but so you are a speaker. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
That is amazing. So I only have about like, probably 45 seconds left, but just what is your, quick headline of your story and why would we want to have you come speak on our stage?
Something that makes me unique is not only have I survived cancer twice, I have a fake left eye. I've had a lot of other challenges as far as losing 3 family members to cancer and a husband to suicide. And that alone has brought me so, so close to God. And I would love to share that message with them. But I've also been an entrepreneur for the last 15 years and ran 3 separate businesses. So I have a lot of experience in the business world.
Wow. Well, Sydney, your story definitely sounds inspiring for sure. The stuff that you've been through is crazy. And I just said to someone recently is I believe the pain that we go through is for the resurrection of our faith. And it sounds like that's what the journey has been for you. So would definitely love to have a longer conversation about what it looks like to be speaking at our conference.
That sounds wonderful. When would work for you?
How about we touch base tomorrow?
Sounds wonderful.
I see Sydney speaking on big stages.
You see Sydney speaking on big stages. Excellent work, Sydney, Bella, Verita. We got Sydney, we got Trey, and we got the feedbackers. Come on.
We got the feedbackers, otherwise known as judges. Judges, this is the time in the show that we get to give back in the form of feedback. So it's going to be 30 seconds of feedback from either Trey or Sydney. That's 30 seconds of feedback of something that they did great, and then maybe something that they could do to improve, and then a scoring system for next steps. Maybe that next step, you would rather go to the dentist and have a root canal than have a longer conversation with Sydney or Trey. I don't think either one of those are necessary, but but maybe that next step is, maybe a little Starbucks and a little mocha chocolate and a little croissant. And it's Monday, so maybe even a lollipop cake to have a little bit longer of a conversation. But if that's not enough time, you would be willing to rent a private room at the Capitol Grill, getting the seafood tower and the nice juicy steak. Unless you're a vegan, of course, maybe you're having like salad and French fries. But you're definitely not skipping out on dessert because you want to have the longest meeting possible. And if that's not enough time, you would be willing to rent a private jet and fly anywhere in the world just to have the longest meeting with Trey or Sydney. Something funny's going on up there with Trey and Landon. I don't know what's happening up there. They got a lot going on up there. But let's kick this off. Tad, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Trey? And just unmute for us.
Trey, super excited for you in your new ventures, doing your own thing. That is awesome.
Thank you.
My feedback on approach, it's perfect because obviously I'm a home builder. So my approach, just starting out brand new in a new area, would be to talk to people about what it is that they dislike about the other developers, some of the frustrations they may have about the current excavation crews that they have. What is it that you would like for your crews to possibly be doing better? And perfect, because that's exactly how we treat our customers. Whether it's not always about pricing. Maybe they're super happy that their prices are really good, but they've got tons of callbacks. They have to have them come back and clean the site up afterwards. Their job is a 90% job, or whatever it may be. If you can.
And so, Tad, what's the next step with Trey? Is it like coffee, dinner, jet?
With Trey and his customers?
No, like what would you, if you were Bella in this situation, what would you want to do next? Have a cup of coffee, seafood tower in a private room, private jet? What's next?
Me would probably be as simple as just having a cup of coffee.
Let's go. Tad, cup of coffee, a little mocha chocolate latte. Come on.
Little mocha chocolate latte. Next up, let's go. Heather, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Sydney? Or actually, let's go. Heather, how about your 30 seconds of feedback? Let me go. Wait, hold on. Yep, Sydney is.
Sydney?
No, because I got, sorry. Let me go. Let's go your 30 seconds of feedback for Trey. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I know nothing about construction, but you did better than me. Sorry, my baby keeps popping her head in. I think you were awesome. You look like Jason and you're so handsome. And I think it's awesome that you're starting a company over there. And I think you did great for being put on the spot like that. I would have coffee with you.
Let's go. We got babies and coffee.
Babies and coffee.
Let's go. Heather from Hurricane.
Heather from Hurricane. Next up, let's go. Landon. Landon, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Sydney?
Yeah, I think your story is awesome, first of all, like everything that you've navigated through. But I think just continuing to, I know that success will come as you continue to share your story and put your story first with everything that you've navigated through in life. And so I would say as you continue to do that, just, glorifying God with everything that you're doing, I think is the way to go for sure. Because I know that God will provide anything and everything, every connection that you would ever need. And so I think just keep sharing your story, keep pouring it out on people, and just being a good example for other people to get through what they're going through.
Cool. Thank you, Landon. And what would the next step be? Perhaps a cup of coffee, a steak, private jet, something else? Like what would be the follow-up step that you would take?
Yeah, I think a cup of coffee is awesome. I think that's a good way to break the ice and get to that yes.
Little cup of coffee action here for Landon.
Little cup of coffee for Landon. And let's go. Mr. Jason Palmer, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Sydney?
Sydney, I got some great feedback for you. I am excited to hear about your story and the birth of resilience in every situation you've been through. And you didn't trip up over on that at any given time. So it was easy to digest and take in as a reality, and where it could really come from your heart and serve the community. I think you're dead on track.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that, Jason. And what would come next?
We're doing the seafood tower.
Seafood Tower's coming, Velveeta. We might have been having some seafood tower action in the room last night if we could have, but didn't order. So let's go.
I was just thinking that. Wait, we could have
we were in the Capitol Grill, but did not get a seafood tower.
We did not get a seafood
tower. So
Jason,
you know what time it is. Velveeta thinks it's only hospitable since all these fine folks have stepped into our virtual home that I get put on the hot seat like our extraordinary participants today, Trey and Sydney. Velveeta, just take it easy on me. Come on. I'm getting old and tired.
You are getting old and tired, but I'm not taking it easy on you. So Jason and everyone, this is the time in the show that I have the honor and the privilege of putting my co-host on the hot seat in a scenario that he has no idea about because I've been cooking them up as the show has been going on. You may have noticed, Jason, ultimately, you get to choose what scenario Sean goes from hello to yes on. You can change anything about my scenarios, or you can scrap them all together and come up with something much, much harder on your own. Jason, are you ready to hear what I have for today?
I am.
All right. Option number one is I used to live in Las Vegas and I had a Pulte home. So I thought option number one is Sean could role play Trey going from hello to yes with the CEO of Pulte Homes on being their new leading excavation company. So that is option number one. Option number two is Sean could role play Sydney going from hello to yes with the event planner for the Women of Faith Conference, which is the largest women's Christian conference in the U.S., going from hello to yes with their event planner for her to be a speaker at their next Women of Faith Conference. That is option number two. And then option number three is I thought Sean could role play the Landon going from hello to yes with Jesus to have a cup of coffee. So those are my three options that I have for you today, Jason. Any of those tickle your fancy? Or would you like to come up with something much harder on your own?
I would love for you to pick Landon about being Jesus and going to coffee, but also about incorporating in that coffee how to get their excavation company from here to here.
Whoa, various. And so, Jason, who's going to play the role of Jesus?
Sean.
Well, Sean's going to play Landon because he's going from hello to yes with Jesus. So someone else has got to play the role of Jesus.
How about you?
How about
it's got to be somebody in the
yeah,
show.
yeah. How about Tad?
Oh,
Tad.
Tad, yes, Tad.
Tad, are
is
you up for
Jesus.
playing the role of Jesus?
Tad is Jesus.
Those are some big shoes to fill.
Yes, I would say so.
As much running and Ironmans as you've done, I'm sure that you can fill them. So you're going to be Landon, going from not only hello to yes with Jesus to have a cup of coffee, but you're going to be finding out from Jesus how you can build the largest excavation company. That's what you're looking for from Jesus.
All right.
All right.
So Tad, just like channel your inner chosen.
Yes.
So, okay. So, hello, is Jesus Lord and Savior available?
Yes, I am here.
And how shall I refer to you today?
You may call me chosen one.
Okay, well, chosen one, I appreciate that. And I am incredibly grateful for the opportunity to have this conversation. And if I may ask you, chosen one, why did you accept this conversation with little old me, Landon? I'm so grateful. There are no words, but why am I blessed to have this conversation?
I felt it as a holy man. I'm so back up just a little tiny bit. I'm not sure where Jesus came into this one.
We're just in that conversation. That's all.
I thought you were going to be the customer and Landon was going to sell you.
Oh no, well, the scenario is that Landon is getting from Jesus how he should build his excavation company. That's the assignment that I got. So that's what you, Bella, and is that correct, Jason?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're just Jesus having this conversation with me. So what prompted you, chosen one, to have this conversation with me?
I'm open. I'm open to always listening.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And may I share then, chosen one, a couple of things on my heart, please?
Yes, please do.
So my life's purpose is to serve you. And of course, I do so perfectly and perfectly. And each and every day, I seek to become better, closer to you. I know I'll never get there, but it's my purpose every day. And I created this business because I believe that, as you have taught, that service through our heart, our mind, our work, our effort in other people is the foundation of everything. And my purpose is, as I take this work forward in the world, to bring people closer to you. And the more this expands, the more I'm committed to do this, as well as tithing. So I'm just wondering, chosen one, Lord and Savior, does that sound like I'm on the right track? Is there a different way I can serve you? And if this is the way, the calling for me, anything that I could do to do this better, to expand your kingdom.
No, that all sounds very, very good. You sound like somebody I would love to have in my employ.
Oh, well, thank you. And there are no words. I will continue to do the best I can out there in the world to take the mission forward. I will continue to pray and seek your guidance to serve you, not my own emotions, my own ego. And, Lord and Savior, chosen one, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Out of roll, Landon, how'd I do as you having a conversation with Jesus?
Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
Appreciate you. Yeah. And Landon, how was your time today on Jason's Heart of Influence?
How's my time been on here so far, you're saying?
Yeah. Like, how was your experience today?
It's awesome. I think it's great. This is really cool to, not only watch people get in the hot seat, because I think when emotions are high, intellect goes down, and it's cool to see people develop their skills and whatnot with talking to people and communication and stuff. So this has been awesome.
Awesome. And did you ever think about this, Landon? That, a lot of times people think that all influence is the same. And, we kind of like all understand influence, but then how come churches are so much bigger and smaller than one another? How come some churches have 100 members and some churches have 100,000 members? Number one. And number two, did you ever think of the fact that there was this leader who was killed? He had 12 people really close to him. One of them betrayed him. He was down to 11 because that guy hung himself. And all 11, when he died, denounced him and scattered. And then they turned that 11 scared running people into 2.2 billion people believing the same thing. Influence must be a thing. Does that make sense, Landon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome, brother. Thank you. Trey, let's go Sydney and go Trey. Sydney, thank you for being here in the participant seat. Never an easy place to be. Did a wonderful job today, Sydney, on Jason's Heart of Influence. And how was your time today?
I just want to unmute for Sydney. There you go.
Yeah, thanks you guys so much for having me. I think this is an absolute blast. It is so much fun. I think connecting with people, getting in the hot seat, super fun, good to practice skills and test yourself, get good feedback. I mean, feedback is super, super valuable. I'm going to be honest. You guys, I want you to be a little harder on me next time if we do it again. It's hard to get in the hot seat. I know we only have 3 minutes and I do love and appreciate all of you guys being supportive for me and my journey and where I'm going. Maybe it is because I came up in the horse training world, just like Jason, and we know that without pressure, you never get refined. And so I love the feedback. Thanks you guys so much for being here and having us on. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Bella. And thank you, Jason.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Sydney. Wonderful work. Heather, Hurricane Heather, appreciate you being here today, especially with your beautiful baby. And how was your time today, Heather, on Jason Palmer's Heart of Influence?
It was good. Anytime I can do work with Jason, I'm happy. So yeah, learned a lot. She talks about you, Sean, all the time. So it was good to be on here and meet you.
Well, we appreciate and love Jason very much. So thank you, Heather, especially since the dude couldn't swim and then he scuba dived in the ocean. And Bella.
Next up, I think we have, is it Tad and Trey left?
Yes.
All right. So let's go. Our other participants, jumping into that participant seat. Not an easy job, especially kicking us off. But Trey, how was your time on your father's Heart of Influence?
A lot of fun. I'm excited to finally meet you guys. Jason speaks very highly of the two of you, and I like getting uncomfortable. Like this is a terribly uncomfortable spot for me. I don't do well under pressure like that. So I feel like it's really good for me to try to refine those skills and see where I can progress there, But yeah, a lot of fun. Thank you so much for having us and hope to do it again sometime.
Thank you, Trey.
Thank you, Trey. Yeah. And the only other person to play Jesus on this show other than myself, Tad, you are anointed. And how was your time today on Jason's Heart of Influence, if you'd like to unmute for us?
My time on this was great. I absolutely love getting to meet new people, especially people of high intellect and high spirituality as well. Landon, I loved your quote there of when emotions are high, intellect goes down. There's so much truth in that. Yeah, anytime I can be around people that are wanting to elevate themselves and elevate their levels in order to bring it forth to the world, to the people around them, it's very enlightening.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that, Tad. Appreciate you. And that brings us to the man who brought these folks together.
It does.
So, Jason, appreciate you, brother, and your final on your Heart of Influence.
So first off, Bella, Sean, thank you so much for bringing your influence to the table, because as we've been learning influence from both of you and the team Unblinded for the last few months, it has up-leveled everything I do in my world and everybody I speak with and converse with. And I just realized that some things are for real and some things just are not too good to be true. And it's awesome to find a space where you can duplicate a formula, a proven formula, to create and go co-create with whomever and actualize all of my wildest dreams. So I appreciate both of you and everybody on the call.
Thank you, Jason. Beautiful work. And because of Jason's heart, desire for, and creation of impact, we have a couple of gifts for you. First, this Wednesday, 8 a.m. Eastern time. Those a bit early for some of you folks from a little bit further west, but it's a deep practice session like Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi in the dojo. And this might just be something that doesn't exist anywhere else in the world. If you like, it's there for you to come check out to work on the influence skill set, which is the pathway to all the things. Second, we have our group influence book, our gift to you. This ebook, that's yours, the link is in the chat, is the textbook for your public speaking, leadership, and management. There's tons of books on leadership management and speaking. This is the book that makes the magic of these things revealed for the advanced science that it actually is. And finally, we have a business acceleration session. You're here and want to get to there. People all the time talk about business coaching, consulting. This is something completely different. How do you actually do it? This is what it's all about. Blow your mind. Nothing is sold to you on that session or on the Wednesday session. This is all value, value, value to begin a lifelong journey together of adding value. From that place, your final, Miss Verita.
Yes, my final is first is Jason, phenomenal job at bringing such growth-minded, heart-centered individuals here today for the Heart of Influence. And I too sat in the participant seat as Trey and Sydney about 3.5 years ago. And I had been in sales and personal development for about 2 decades at that point. And I was pretty certain I knew everything there was to go from hello to yes. And when I downloaded that book, I actually learned what the difference is between being an influencer and a person of influence, and the impact that you can cause being a person of impact. So definitely download that book. Join us on Wednesday because it is fun. We'd love to see you again. Jason, phenomenal job. And Mr. Kelly, back to you.
Yeah, Jason, thank you. We end every show by saying this. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Bella. And on behalf of Bella and all, I may be physically blind, which I am. Can't see anything in front of me, but I'm absolutely certain that there's these possibilities to massively accelerate that sit in front of all of us. But those opportunities are right in front of us at some level, even if we're sighted, at some level, we are all, Bella,
blind and just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Great job.